Wes, thanks so much for coming on. Who are you and what do you do?
Pleasure to be here, Jack. Thanks for inviting me. I'm an SDR, currently working at Synthesia. We're an AI generative video company. So I've been there since mid-December.
Yeah.
And I've been rocking and rolling since.
Great stuff. Awesome. And I would love to take it back to everyone who comes on the podcast. So what was your journey from, a typical 9 to 5, worked in property and real estate to where you are today?
So I've been part of the property world for about 4 years prior. So straight out of uni, went into real estate, had some family working, saw good potential, good trajectory, and fell right into it. And then after a while, it kind of just got a bit repetitive, a bit mundane, and I was hearing things, left, right, and center about tech, right? It's so forward moving, forward thinking, and decided to just have conversations with people I know, mutual friends I know, and dabbled around looking on the internet, and I think came across Entr Tech, and it's been great ever since, to be fair. But of course, in property, you work 9 to 6 days a week.
Yeah.
So that's changed a lot.
Yeah.
And I say 6, very loosely, because at times I was finishing about 7.
Really?
It's really subjective. You're at the viewer's mercy sometimes. So the days do drag on, and of course it's not office based. You're scrambling around from place to place, fighting traffic lights, fighting roads, traffic, and so it's definitely more. I feel more comfortable now.
Yeah, great stuff.
Was,
So you feel like there's more work-life balance almost in tech?
100%.
Wow.
It's just 5 days now.
And people probably wouldn't think of that because it's such a high-performing role working tech sales, but actually the work-life balance is great. It's 9 till 6 or 9 till 5. It's you get your weekends back, right?
Exactly. So you get your weekends back, and plus, going into it, you think, high reward, high risk, right? But at the same time, it's office-based. Secondly, if you do well, you have the comfort of slowing down a bit when it comes to the end of the month. I'm just
hypothetically.
Hypothetically. Yeah. But also, it's a lot more. It's a lot more. Your routine's a lot more standardized.
Consistent, right?
Yeah.
And would you say the earning potential's higher in tech?
Definitely.
Really?
Definitely. So I think with real estate, you're only reaching certain limits unless you get onto like a board level, which takes about 20 years, 25 years. With tech, you can get to an AE level within about a year and a half, as they say, right? Even as an SDR, if you find the right company and you negotiate well, you can probably earn more as an SDR in your first year than you would as a tenured real estate agent.
Yeah. And like we were speaking to Martin before at Alpha Sense, and there's like 6-figure SDRs. Is that pretty close in Synthesia as well?
100%.
Really? Okay, let's go. Really? Yeah. That's so cool to hear. And tell us about the AI space. I'm going off piste here, but it's so interesting because London is, in the US, obviously becoming a hub. You've got obviously Synthesia, 11 Labs, and content's such a big, thing for every business going forward. And AI, you're a true AI company, right? So what is it like working within one of the leading AI companies, probably in Europe, right?
The days move like weeks. There's updates coming out every minute. It's so fascinating. I just didn't understand how fascinating it is, and it's almost like you're so deeply connected to what you do. It's not like you don't want to do well for yourself. You want to do well for the company because you feel like there's an actual problem out there that needs to be solved. And you've never really looked at it I didn't really look at it until I joined the company, and I discovered that, there's so many gaps, there's so many bottlenecks, and it's really privileged to join such a company. At the moment, of course, there's a lot of noise. We've recently been named as one of the best places to work in The Guardian.
Nice.
So that just speaks volumes itself.
Yeah. And when I saw you at our meetup, you say you'd been to New York, or you'd been on a couple of trips. Tell me about those.
Yeah, of course. So our onboarding was, as soon as I got the job, actually, handshake, hug, by the way, when do you like to start? ASAP. You're starting in New York?
No way.
I said, okay. Do I need to prepare anything? They said, no, we'll just send you everything via post, and just make sure your bags are packed.
Yeah.
We'll book you flights. You can pick your own hotel in Manhattan.
What?
In Manhattan.
All expenses paid for?
All expenses paid for.
Wow.
And I was like, all right, fair enough. They definitely want to flex their muscles.
Which hotel did you pick?
I can't even remember. That's how much fun it was.
Keep it to 4-star.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that was really cool. I was there for about a week, and the onboarding, it was quite similar to what I was learning in Entr Tech.
Yeah.
So I wasn't obviously blown away, but at the same time, you do learn a lot more about the company's psychology, how they want you to operate. But it's, it goes hand in hand with the knowledge I gained from Entr Tech. But that was, phenomenal experience. And since then, it's just been, I've just about, we're obviously just about hit my 6-month mark.
Nice, congrats.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Nice.
Appreciate that. So next week, I found out I've already found out will pass probation. So
good man, amazing.
Yeah.
And how's it been target-wise? Obviously, it's quite tricky when you start a new company and start a new career, but you felt like there's a ramping period and you felt pretty good in your stride?
Of course, yeah. I mean, I can only speak for myself, and like, you create your own luck. I've finished at the moment top enterprise SDR. So the company splits SDRs into 2 segments, strat and enterprise.
Nice.
And I'm currently, global top SDR.
Amazing. Globally?
Yeah.
Well done, mate. That's so good to hear. That. Wow.
Yeah, so it's been good. It's been good.
And what's helped you, I guess, do so well? Maybe you can look back or giving advice to other people that are starting in their roles. What's made you stand out? And, what obviously some of it comes intuitively from your drivers and your why. I'm sure, I could tell you're an incredibly hard worker and you're incredibly driven as a career switcher. But what stands out to you as the main levers you've pulled to get there?
I would spend so much time with my peers, with the leaders, managers, directors, even the BP. Try to gain as much inside knowledge as I can possibly from the top performers. And I would just, take any initiative. I wasn't shy about coming early, finishing late. Yeah. In my first month, I was, for transparency, I was starting about 7:30, finishing about 6:37 because I just wanted, full control of the position. I wanted to, hit the ground running, as they say as well. Yeah. So I would say definitely spend time with your peers, especially the top performers. Yeah. Look at their calendars, see what they're doing, sit with them, shadow them, and if you take from the best, you'll be the best, right? So
100%. I remember getting a call from your SDR manager, Bruno, and he basically said he really liked you and wanted me to, give some context to it. And he's a pretty big name. I'd heard of him before, and I need to actually catch up with him for a coffee because we said we would. But he's pretty well known in the SDR leadership space. What's it been like working for an organization like that? And, what's the team culture like? What's the best things about working there for you?
The team. There's a star-studded lineup. Honestly, everyone is great. They've picked their SDRs and their teams very, very wisely. We get along so well. We have socials. We have the 125 Club.
What's that?
It differs from month to month.
Okay.
So last month it was paddle, and we went to a really, really fancy restaurant post paddle. Before that, it was the F1 arcade. I'm not sure if you've been.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
So fun. You need to go.
But 125, is that for people that hit target? And
it's for people that hit target. But alongside that, there's, for example, our company split between, America, Denmark, Germany, Paris, and London. And for example, if the leader was to come from another country, they'd be like, "Listen, guys, we're here. Let's do a social." So it's not fully dependent on just top performers. Everyone does get to go out and have fun as well.
Amazing. And learning and development, I remember, I could be wrong here, but there's that quite a big thing in the company?
Yes. So that's one of our core use cases, and our founders spent about 6 to 7 years heavily researching the L&D space. And since then, we've actually grown quite a bit. So it's not just entirely L&D. It's almost a pure communications platform now.
Okay, amazing. Okay. And for you, what advice would you give to people coming on into the tech space? How did you find the Entr Tech experience as well from a career switcher standpoint? Because I remember our call we had, I could tell you were super eager.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was your main takeaways from Entr Tech, and what advice would you give to people coming, into tech sales?
My main takeaways would be from Entr Tech: listen to the mentors. They've been through it. There's people in high spaces that Jack's got on the program. There's Earl, there's Naomi, there's Michelle, there's Sanj. They're all top leaders within the space. People know them. So I would say listen, always be open to feedback. And I'd say if you're already looking to switch careers, you have that drive, make sure you don't leave that drive at the door.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
Yeah.
So I think alongside that, for me, my personal story was I've always been quite confident, but I hadn't had an interview in years. So when it came to the interview stages, in particular, there was so much help. It was bespoke. Like I could pick up the phone, call my mentor, and receive feedback. Then and there, we could have role plays, whether it be Zoom, Teams, whatever it was. But they were always on hand to help, and I really appreciated that. Even I think I had the interview about 10 in the morning, and Naomi, that she's obviously 1 hour ahead. I called her the night before, and she said, if you need me in the morning, I'll wake up. Don't worry, just call me at 8, 7, whatever it was. And I really appreciate that. And obviously since then it's paid dividends, right?
Yeah, no, I love that. Thanks so much for sharing. And I guess we're only the vessel to get you there, and you've obviously taken it with both hands and absolutely smashed out of the park. So kudos to you as well. I'd say, like, what is your goals going forward? You hit the 6-month mark. Obviously, when we say to people 12 to 18 months is typically, a good tenure as an SDR, and a lot of the best companies probably want people to do at least 18 because that's for a reason, right? To get them into that AE role. Do you see yourself going into a full end-to-end role eventually? What's your goals going forward?
110%.
Yeah.
I definitely see myself as an AE. I've spoken with multiple different departments, different people doing different things in the tech space, because you're not just confined to one thing when you join a firm. It's not just sales out there. There's customer success, account management, or even if you have a certain, certain likening for product, you potentially get there as well.
Yeah.
But after seeing and speaking to everyone, I think I am actually a hunter. So
I know you are. 100%.
So I definitely see myself progressing to an AE.
Yeah.
Within the next couple of years.
Good stuff. Great stuff. And I'd say finally, how do you find work-life balance? Remind me, you're a married man. How do you find, obviously, working in such a high-growth company and, an intense but rewarding career? How do you find the balance to switch off? Because that's also important if you want to keep that sort of momentum going in and that longevity. How do you find that balance?
Far more manageable.
Really? Than lettings?
Yeah, of course. I think your personal life does, directly affect your work life and vice versa. I have way more time at home. I come back more fresh and recharged on the weekend to go back again on Monday. Like I said, I used to work Saturdays.
Was it lettings you were doing or sales?
I did a bit of both. So I started out in lettings and I moved over to sales.
Interesting.
So it couldn't keep me.
And you're in the car as well. I mean, a lot of it, you have to go out in person to see people.
Exactly. Whereas now it's just, tap in, tap out, one place. And at the moment we have vendors that come in every day to cook us food.
Oh, wow.
So we have, lunch on the house.
Well, so almost like a Deliveroo. It could be a restaurant will come in and...
A Deliveroo, that's how it works in New York.
Yeah.
But over here, we're quite fortunate. Like, for example, we have Duck Shed that came yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, the guys over in Box Park, I think they got a few stalls elsewhere.
Yeah.
But they came, cook us fresh food. Today was sushi dog.
Sushi dog, okay.
So it differs.
Yeah.
It differs.
Yeah.
So things at the office, they do things to keep you kind of entertained. And
So cool. And are you in 5 days a week, or is it hybrid, or is it optional? What's the setup?
it is 5 days a week from the office.
Nice.
But there is some flexibilities. For example, I don't know, if you've got a doctor's appointment, you just need to, as long as you're performing, you can get away with certain things.
Fine. And what are the juicy bits people want to hear? I guess working tech sales. Are there any other benefits like private healthcare? L&D budgets, or is there anything like equity? What's the other perks that come with it?
Equity is number one.
Okay.
So my company hasn't IPO'd yet, but it's VC backed, Series E, and
Series E, so that's
it will
hopefully
blow.
coming along.
Yeah.
Nice.
So as long as I stay here for the next 10, 20 years, I probably won't need to work in the future. But apart from that, free health insurance.
Okay.
So AXA Healthcare, gym membership. I think it's heavily discounted. And then, you do get perks, like I mentioned, like, fancy restaurants a couple times a month, so
travel and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. Free travel. Even we had a marketing event last week at the, there's an expo center in Battersea.
Nice.
And during that, like, if you obviously do get picked to go for a marketing event, everything expensed,
Nice.
Your meals, your travel, your drink. So
Great. And is that, going back to it, I was talking about, I lost my train of thought there. I had a good question to ask you. I can't remember what I went to. It was before the marketing bit. Anyway, probably a good time to wrap.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so good to see you, mate. Keep doing what you're doing. Generally so happy, it's worked out so well for you, and keep inspiring. What's the best place for people to reach out? Is it LinkedIn or social media?
LinkedIn, Wes Malik.
Wes Malik. Cool. We'll link it down below.
Yeah. Love that.
Great stuff. Cheers, mate.